Hello, friends learning from home. Today we are reading the book called Our Favorite Day of the Year by A.E. Ali. And this one is illustrated by Raheli Jomapur Bell. And the front cover shows kids sitting in a circle. And I wonder what you guys think they might be doing, or if there's any clues of what's going to happen in the story. Any ideas? What do you think, Celine?
I think they're gonna be telling what their names are because there's lots of different people going to different schools.
So maybe it's the first day of school and they're sharing what their names are. What do you think, Rhea?
I think that they're playing like a little game that they play.
So maybe Rhea thinks maybe they're playing a game because they're holding hands and they're sitting in a circle. Let's get started and see what actually happens, and we can share some more connections at the end. And these are the beautiful end papers. And it looks like a quilt, which is really neat. Our favorite day of the year. On Musa's very first day of kindergarten, his teacher, Miss Gupta, said, "Look around the room. You don't know them now, but these faces will become your closest friends this year." Musa looked at the boys at his table. They didn't look like his friends. They were total strangers. A great way to make new friends is by sharing things we like. For me, meeting new students is my favorite thing to do. That's why the first day of school is my favorite day of the year. Musa couldn't believe that was true, and he could tell Moises, Mo, and Kevin did not believe it either. This year for Show and Tell, you will take turns telling us all about your favorite day of the year. That way, throughout the year, the class will celebrate it with you. Musa perked up at this. The best day of the year was definitely Eid. Surely Eid was everyone's favorite day. We are going to learn about it. Musa sat with Moises, Mo, and Kevin at lunch. "I don't get it," said Mo. "The first day of school? How can that be anyone's favorite?" "How can it be more fun than Christmas?" said Moises. "My family doesn't celebrate Christmas," said Musa. "Me neither," said Mo and Kevin. "My favorite holiday's coming up," said Musa. "Maybe we'll celebrate it at school." A few weeks later, Musa and his mom brought in food and decorations for the class. "Eid Mubarak," said the sign. Musa taught the kids how to say it. Does anybody notice anything in the illustration that they recognize if they're knowledgeable about Eid? Jad, what did you want to share?
It's just that, is the country name Lebanon of this?
No, I think that this is, it could be a kindergarten class in Canada or the United States.
I speak another language that my grandma and grandpa are in, and one of the words are called Eid Mubarak.
Yeah, and is that something that you celebrate at home?
No, but my grandma and grandpa.
Okay.
But they're staying at my house because there's an explosion at Lebanon.
Okay. Adam, do you have a connection?
Yeah, I celebrate Eid.
You celebrate Eid? And when you look at this illustration, do you recognize any of the symbols from that celebration or the food?
Yeah.
What do you recognize?
Those things that your arrow is on, they look like kebabs.
They look like kebabs? Yeah. What do you recognize, Rhea? And do you see anything in this picture that you recognize? Some decorations or some foods? Yeah, what do you recognize?
I recognize the same as Adam.
Okay. And Izmir?
I also celebrate Eid, and we're all called the Smiley religion.
Okay.
Not Smiley, but Ismaili.
Ismaili religion celebrates Eid. Lane, did you have a connection?
The decorations, those decorations, they kind of look like Christmas ones.
They kind of have a similarity to other decorations. I wonder if many different celebrations have similar decorations. Let's see what happens next. On Eid Outfitter, is that how we say it? Eid Outfitter?
Yeah.
Yeah. My family goes to the mosque to pray early in the morning, and afterwards we have a huge breakfast. Family and friends come to the house all day to eat food and bring presents. People eat all kinds of food since Muslims come from around the world. Musa shared malawaks, yuxiang, and rose lassi. Everyone could see why Eid was Musa's favorite. Jad, do you have a connection?
Yeah, I go to the what's the
Mosque?
well, there's a mosque in Lebanon that you pray for all the people who were at the war that died.
Oh, thank you for that connection that you also go to the mosque. Adam?
That building kind of looks like Taj Mahal.
It kind of looks like the Taj Mahal.
Oh, yeah.
Soon it was Mo's turn. Shana Tova, said the sign. Mo stood at the front of the classroom and said, Happy New Year. My family is preparing for the Jewish New Year of Rosh Hashanah. Mo taught the kids how to say it. Do you have a connection?
I celebrated.
Yeah, and do you see anything here that you recognize as a symbol?
I recognize the challah.
The challah, and that is a delicious bread. If you've never had the chance to try it, it is very yummy. What else do you recognize anything else? No?
The apple. Oh, I recognize the apple too.
Okay, is that a symbol of the new year? Okay. On Rosh Hashanah, we light candles at night and go to the synagogue during the day with our family and friends. We also eat lots of yummy food for a sweet new year and wish each other Shana Tova. Mo brought apples dipped in honey and challah bread to share with the class. Everyone could see why Rosh Hashanah was Mo's favorite.
How many things are Mo's favorite?
Well, this is a different boy in the class. So Musa shared that Eid was his favorite. Now Mo shared that Rosh Hashanah was his favorite. During winter, it was Moises' turn. Feliz Navidad, said Moises. I'm sure you guys have heard of Christmas, but not the way my family celebrates. On Christmas, we celebrate Las Posadas. Moises taught the kids how to say it. It lasts 9 days and we decorate the house with flowers, wreaths, and lanterns. We sing songs, drink ponche navideño, and hit a piñata. On the 9th day, Buena Noche, we go to the church at midnight and open presents when we get home. Moises brought ponche navideño and a piñata for the class. Everyone could see why Christmas was Moises' favorite. That spring, it was Kevin's turn. Happy Pi Day, said the class. My family celebrates science, said Kevin. Pi Day is on March 14th because 3.14 is a very important number in math. On that day, my family makes different kinds of pies and we learn about scientists and their discoveries. This year, we learned about volcanoes. Kevin shared what he had learned. Do you have a connection, McEwen? You celebrate Pi Day? You have a pie on March 14th? It's a fun celebration, isn't it? What about you, Elliot?
I was born in March.
You were born in March, so you have a connection. Maybe your birthday celebration might be your favorite day of the year. What's your connection?
6.
Okay. Madden?
My birthday is one day before it.
Okay. Dominic?
My sister was born in March.
All right. And Lane?
I like science.
I like science too. I think I might have to start celebrating Pi Day. Get to think about science and I get to eat a pie? That sounds like a really good celebration. Kevin also shared about his favorite scientist, Isaac Newton, who discovered gravity when an apple fell on his head. Kevin brought freshly baked apple pie to share with the class. Everyone could see why Pi Day was his favorite. On the last day of school, the teacher sat the class down in a circle. I'm going to miss you all very much, she said. I want you to look around the classroom. Musa looked around and saw his best friends, Moises, Mo, and Kevin, and the other kids he'd gotten to know this year. But what if Moises, Mo, and Kevin weren't in the same class next year? The teacher handed out a calendar with many holidays on it. So in January, it looks like we have a New Year celebration. In February, I wonder what that celebration is. And March, we have Pi Day. In April, I don't know. We have to ask maybe the illustrator what all of these different things are. So the teacher says, yeah, this way you can always remember when we're not together to celebrate the days that brought us together. The whole year was full of days to celebrate with friends, new and old. And so these are the information about the holidays. Now, those are definitely, I'm just going to stop the recording.